Alright, what is going on everybody? HT Jammers here, back with another Street Fighter 5 video. And in today's video, it's a very big moment, very special moment. That's right, you guessed it, the Season 4 balance patch changes for Street Fighter 5 are now out and playable. But if you think about it, they did come out on Sunday during the Capcom Cup Finals, so they've been out for a while. But in today's video, we're going to be going over the balance changes regarding our 7-colored bomber, R.Mika. And surprisingly, there's not many changes happened to the character, which I'm pretty surprised, like I said. And yeah, we're just going to be going to show you guys some video examples. But to be honest with you, these notes here for R.Mika, they're not that hard to decipher. But it's always good to show people what's going on and give a little bit of a jammer's explanation. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Let me make sure I'm all good to go. Yes, I am. Alright, jumping in. Like I said, R.Mika's Season 4 balance patch changes. So, from judging by what Capcom have said here, it seems they are fairly happy, if not really happy, with how R.Mika has been playing throughout this last season, Season 3. And they decided to not change much, just tweak a few things here and there. But yes, I will be reading them out, and I'll be putting the actual change log statement on the screen so you guys can read it yourselves, and we'll go through it and explain it. So first up, let's just reset this, what we're doing. Yeah, first up, and I think this is a universal change, or it's happened or affected a lot of characters in the game as well, which is actually for the better. So and it's going to be that R.Mika normal / back recovery adjusted the recovery motion. So what that means is they have changed the animation in regards to how R.Mika wakes up. So I've got back recovery on. We're going to do normal recovery first, but before we do that, let's explain this. So there was quite a few characters in Street Fighter 5 where you knocked them down in certain situations. It was very hard to determine or identify what recovery they were doing, and because you were thrown off guard by the animation, they could wake up button when it was a legitimate situation, a beneficial one at that for you, and you probably lost the round or got stunned, etc, etc. So, and people complained about the animations on wake up. So what Capcom have decided to do is just change the way they look and just make them more apparent, easier to identify. So regarding R.Mika, that's what normal recovery looks like. The animations, yeah, they look like they're much slower and much clearer, so you guys can see that she's clearly doing a normal recovery here. And if we change over to back recovery and reset to the mid screen, there we go. So you can see, yeah, it's a clear as day that she is back recovering. So it's nice and easy to tell, easy to identify. So there shouldn't be any real complaints with how characters are waking up and determining if they're doing a normal recovery, a back recovery, or a delayed wake up. But like I said, it's affected a few characters. So it's probably affected Ibuki, Zeku, Manat, and Mika. Those were the 4 characters that people really complained about in terms of I can't tell how they're waking up. But now it's clear as day, no excuses. Alright, so the next change, I'll put this on the screen as well. Crouching hard kick, V gauge meter gain from crush counter increased from 100 to 120. So that's probably like a 5% increase in terms of how much V meter you get from landing a crush counter hard kick. So crouching hard kick, sorry. So if I do V gauge to normal, and then if we put counter hit on and then reset this, perfect. So I think this has happened across the board for a lot of characters as well, and I'm very surprised that Capcom decided to pick crouching hard kick of all buttons. But then again, it's a hard knockdown, you can't get any combo mileage off it, so it's not too bad. But I'm guessing if you do 3 of them, you will build 1 bar. So 1 and then 2, yeah, I'm right. So it's 3 and you build a bar. I guess in a lot of situations it won't be like a tremendous deal, but I guess if you were to do, let me do one more. Right, so if you're in a situation like this where you got the knockdown for R.Mika and you were like, I'm going to commit to maybe a sweep. You shouldn't really do this anyway, but you're going to commit to a sweep to get the V trigger activation. You can do something like this, I guess, and then dash up. And oh yeah, okay, so that'd be good. 1, let's see if we can just show this off quickly. And then 2, Jesus Christ, this takes forever. Right, so if I was to do EX shooting piece and try and get a hard read on the backdash, I'm guessing, yeah, you'd get the V trigger. So it's a nice little increase in terms of V meter gain. So whether or not that'll be a huge change for her, I don't think it is in the long run. It's not too bad, but I mean, everyone's welcoming in terms of buffs like that. So that's pretty much what that does over there. So the next one, EX shooting peach. Now if I just change this and put it to guard all, and I've got the guard recovery on. Let me just double check. Yes, EX shooting peach. Right, so let's do this. EX Peach. Disadvantage on block increased from -10 to -15. Now, a lot of Mika players were kind of scratching their head at this. It's like, why would Capcom do that when it's severely punishable anyway? Because as long as if a move on block is in double digits, then yeah, it's severely punishable. But I guess with this time round, it's not much of a big deal, only because the way people were punishing EX Peach on block anyway was with a move that was like 10 frames or less, and in the majority of moves that you're going to be using, they start up in that, and you get huge mileage from them anyway. So for Rainbow Mika, it's stand medium punch, stand fierce. For maybe Bison, it's stand hard kick into crouch medium punch. For Boxer, it's stand hard kick into stand medium kick, etc. So the punish isn't really going to change on it. You're still going to be doing your B&B punishes, but I guess for Rainbow Mika, if I think about it now, certain punishes that you may wanted to try before that were tight, there's a little bit more leniency. So if I wanted to punish with Lady Mika, forward fierce, I have more time to do it and get a bigger damaging combo, of course spending the bar. So that was forward fierce, forward fierce, heavy shooting Peach into EX shooting Peach did 274 damage, as opposed to if I was to spend 1 bar doing this, it does 245, yeah, 245. So I guess just in terms of other punishes, people may be able to get away with something. Maybe a fierce or a heavy button that they couldn't do before, they can now do so, which is pretty good for them. But yeah, just be careful with it. Rainbow Mika players know that they shouldn't be doing EX shooting Peach on block anyway, unless, you know, it was a hard read or a combo ender. But if you take that risk, the punish is even bigger for the opponents now. But yeah, it's no big deal. I don't think it's like as a pivotal change for Rainbow Mika. But yeah, regarding the last change now, and I've got to turn the V meter back on, not playback, got to turn the V meter on, there we go. Right, so, and then reset this here. So the last change is regarding Nadeshiko, and here's what it says. So Nadeshiko above, front and behind, so that's basically V trigger 1, and steel chair / fighting dirty V trigger 2 can now be hit by an attack during the screen freeze upon V trigger activation. So what that means is, let me get a basic example here of a meaty. Right, we're gonna get a wake up button at the moment. So we're gonna use this meaty here, the meaty stand medium kick. So as you can see, that's beating out the wake up button. We all know this stuff by now, pretty standard. But in certain situations before, and certain meaty setups, if I was to do a, and this has been from Season 1 actually, so I'm surprised it took Capcom this long to actually take this out, but there were quite a few V-triggers that had invincibility for 1 frame on activation, so basically the startup. And I believe Mika got the most mileage from this because of how her V-trigger works as an assist, so she got a proper damaging combo. I don't think anybody else could do this in the game. So now what happens is, or should I say, when you did certain meaty setups, you basically hit, oh, I've got to put the V-trigger back onto V-trigger 1, I was messing around with V-trigger 2 earlier, yeah, okay, there we go. So, when you did a certain meaty setup, the V-trigger activation would go through the meaty, and then Nadeshiko would hit, or you would hit them with a stand medium punch, and then Nadeshiko would hit, and you'd get huge mileage off of that. But now what happens is, during the screen freeze, as you saw there, if I go and do it again, you get to hit Mika, and she can't get huge mileage. She can still probably get trade combos, she just can't get tremendous damage of her situations like that. And this applies to both her V-triggers, as you saw. I've done it accidentally there with V-trigger 2, but let's just change it over anyway, and then go and check. And then, yep, there we go. So you just hit her out of the screen freeze. It's not a big deal. She can still be, she can still set up a beneficial situation, or get some sort of trade combo, like I said. I think some people misconstrued what this meant. I think 1 or 2 Mika players think this is a nerf. It's not really a nerf. I mean, you can't get huge damage in certain areas, but it's not a big deal. I don't think it should have been in the game in the first place, and I am a Rainbow Mika player that was abusing this for quite some time for the past 3 seasons. So the fact that it's gone now, I'm just like, okay, that was just a little bonus for us. Now we just have to play properly, or defend properly, because that was Mika's only quote-unquote invincible reversal outside of critical art, to be completely honest with you, but it's gone now, so it's not a big deal. And yeah, so that's regarding all of Mika's individual changes, and the overall summary of what the developers said. I'm going to put this on the screen for you guys as well, so you guys can check this out. But it's, Mika has been slightly weakened from the general adjustments, and I'm assuming that's from the universal changes overall. But as there aren't any other major changes, she can be played the same as before. So to put it in layman terms, you do not have to change your philosophy or your game plan in terms of learning this character. If you are still developing Mika as a character for your main, continue with what you're doing. If you are learning this character, you just need to learn most of the stuff that happened and applied in Season 3 and bring it over to here. These are just a few nerfs that they're just trying to bring her in line in terms of trying to throw out some reckless things. But she still has her beneficial situations from Shooting Peach, Brimstone. She's still got the 240 damaging EX Rainbow Typhoon. I was very surprised about that. She's still got Lady Mika being +3 on block, and it's got 12 frames of recovery, etc. So the mindset you have towards this character does not need to change at all. Continue with what you're doing and continue grinding out and learning those matchups. That is pretty much it. What is my opinion? Pretty much the same as Capcom's. I'm extremely happy that they didn't change this character. One of a few things you need to think about here and there. But what you do need to pay attention to is how other characters have changed and how they affect Rainbow Mika. I will be doing, because a few characters have got new moves, I will be doing videos on how those moves are going to potentially affect Mika in the near future. But other than that, you just continue with what you're doing, man. And also be careful and be sure to pay attention, be attentive towards those universal changes as well. They could be a big deal, because universal changes seem to affect Mika quite a bit. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Very short one. It was pretty much over 10 minutes, but it wasn't as long as I expected it to be without me rambling on. But if you did enjoy the video and found it informative, you know, please hit the like button or subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you don't want to subscribe or like, then that is completely up to you. It's not the end of the world. I will leave the changelog list in the description below regarding Rainbow Mika, as well as a link to the official balance changes for the whole cast in Street Fighter 5, and my following social media outlets will be in the description below, my Twitter and my Twitch. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I'm going to do some videos regarding Falk for a little while, but Rainbow Mika videos will pop up here and there. But yeah, this has been your boy HT Jammers. Continue learning and being happy with Mika, and I will see you guys on the next Street Fighter 5 video. So until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.